I got
Oh, you hit that AC for me? You good.
So I got two. I got mad Quest stories, but like.
I look at that humble brag. I got mad Quest stories.
No, not
That's what I was saying. I'm like,
no, not say that. But okay.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I got two. So it was like the first time I met him, it was just like I was in New York. I was playing a gig with my homeboy Maudie Acosta. I was like playing bass on this gig. We had this rehearsal, and he wasn't feeling well during the day, so I just kind of went around, like walked around, Manhattan, just kind of just kicking it. And then this guy had messaged me the day before and was like, "Yo, like, I'm, looking for you, like, would it be cool if you came to my job tomorrow? Like, I saw you were in town. Like, I would love to meet you. I love your music." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Like, is it cool that I come to your job or whatever?"
It depends on what the
Like,
job is, right?
And then like he got back to me like later that day. He was like, "Oh yeah, man. Like, I'm like one of Quest's music advisors. Like, he found out you were in town. He wants to meet you." And I was just like, "Oh shit." So then like I go up to 30 Rock. So like I meet up with this cat. He's like, "I'm wearing Yo MTV Rap shirt. I'm wearing like this by Meet Me by Radio City Music Hall by Rockefeller Plaza." So I meet up with the cat. I'm just like, "Yo, what's going on, man? Like, nice to meet you." He's like, asking me questions about my records and everything. So like we're going into the 30 Rock building. I'm just like, "Yo," we're walking in like I'm about to meet this dude. Like, holy shit. And so we go in, we check in, gotta get the pictures taken, gotta get the little pass and everything. We get on the elevator, and we get off the elevator, and like we walk into like the little, like, you seen like the Jimmy Fallon studio, like where like the roots are like in the crammed in like the little room and everything. Mm-hmm. So we walk in there, and then like, he's just sitting there like, doing this NPC thing, but he's talking to the engineer and just like, "Yo, man, what's up? He's like having a full conversation as he's like recording this thing that's about to be aired in like, I don't even know, like tomorrow or whatever. And I'm just like, "Yo, it's really," and in my head I'm just like, "Yo, it's really him. Oh shit, like this is crazy." And so like he's finished, and then like it's silent. It's like maybe like 2 seconds of silence, and before he's like, he looks at me, he's like, "Yo, so like, where'd you come from? Like, what, like who, like," he's like, I keep hearing your music, like, like the homies been showing me the music, and like what's up?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, from Richmond, Virginia." Like, at that point, like I was always keeping like the whole Jellowstone catalog, so I had like stash box, I had like all the CDs and everything. So I was like, I think Sam Reed's CD had just came out, and I was just like, "Yo, man, like, from Richmond, blah blah blah, like, like here's like some of the music. I brought you some, some music to take with you, whatever." And he was like, "Oh yeah, this is the joint you showed me. Oh yeah, this is the joint you showed me." And he had the King's joint, he had the Butcher Brown joint, and I was like, "Yeah, I recorded the King's joint. We like did it to the cassette." He was like, "Oh yeah, I heard it. I know. I heard it. Yeah, that's real cassette right there." And then like, so we're just hanging. It was like an hour. We were just hanging, and like he's on Instagram, like going through like my SoundCloud, and like he's like, at the time I had this D'Angelo outtake thing on SoundCloud, and he was like playing it over and over. He's like, "Yo, like, oh my God, like what is this?" Like, and I was like, "Yo, man, like, the D'Angelo outtake." He's like, "Yeah, I know it's the D'Angelo outtake, but like, is this all you? Like, you did this? You recorded this too? Like, it sounds just like it." He's like, I'm talking to, the homies in the room, and like, by this point, like the Roots are walking in. I'm just like, he's like, "Yo, man, this James Poison. Yo, what's up, man?" And then like, Kirk's in there. I'm just like, and like, I'm trying my best. I'm on the outside, I'm cool. Trying to be cool, calm, collected. But in the inside, I'm just like, "Oh my God!" Like,
jumping out your chest,
yeah,
man.
like the Roots are in here. Like, this is crazy. Yeah. And then like, so he's like, in the commotion, I'm just like, "Yo, man, like, I love your keyboard work." Like talking to the Roots and talking to the keyboardists and all that. And then like he's in the background. See, he's on the phone. He's like holding the phone to his speaker, like to the speaker, and he's like playing the track over and over. He's like, "Yo, man, you need to call me back, bro. Like, call me back ASAP." And then he hangs up. He's like, "Man, the one time D'Angelo doesn't pick up the phone." Needless to say, like I left. It's funny because like after I left 30 Rock, it was kind of like. It was like I left 30 Rock and like my phone had died and I was like kind of lost. But like even then, like, I mean, it was a grid, so like I knew where I was going. I just had to like walk and couldn't call Uber or whatever. But it was like that whole walk, I'm just like, yo, that just, it's like a lot of moments like that where it's just kind of like, this really happened. Like, what the fuck?
It's disorienting.
Yeah. No, it was wild, man. It was wild. And then the other time they played at the Richmond Jazz Festival. That's kind of when it was raining. It was like sound system was going in and out. They played a good show, but you know, the sound system from the festival didn't really hold up to like too well. It was kind of cutting in and out and all that. But we were talking backstage after the fact, and I was just like, yo, man, like, you know, like talking about D'Angelo, of course, is like, you know, I'm like a huge D'Angelo fan, obviously, if I haven't made that clear already. But if we was talking about like, yo, man, like, you know, just trying to figure out what D is up to. This is like 2016, 2017, I think. Just trying to figure out, I'm like, yo, man, like, I really want to work with him. Like, you know, what's he up to now? Like, what's he doing? And he was just like, yo, man, like, I gotta make that happen. Like he's kind of looking off. He was like, I gotta find a way to make that happen. And it was just like I just walked away from that. You know, just like there's like those kind of stories where you walk away from it and you're just sitting there thinking like, how did this happen and what's gonna happen? You know.